Yes, the refresh. It's refreshed. What's up, Paul? I got bored, so I'm going live. So there's probably like 3 of us live. But I broke down the Minarelli and refreshed it. It's been put away for a while. Super clutch. Everything's been gone through. What's up, Willard? Paul? Yep, I'll bring the motor in a little closer in just a second. Yeah, it's remember the first Minarelli I built was the Athena. Had it on the green bike. That was it. I stripped all the gold paint off the case because I never did like it after I painted the case. I should have just left it gray. But I stripped it, cleaned everything. It's got new bearings. I'm just going to clean it up and rebuild it, and it'll be ready to rip it again another day. I only had like 6.5 hours on it, but it was too powerful for my setup back then with the regular bicycle tire rims. And I bent the coaster brake axle in the rear. Yeah, no coaster brakes on motorized bicycles, people. But yeah, that's my old super clutch when he came out with the new style and single plate. And it's just the red springs were too much, and I bought them blue springs to try them on my horizontal that I did the G2 on the back. Well, Kevin did, and I finished it. But I bought them blue springs, and I tried it on the stock plate, but it wouldn't hold. But they make some other blue springs that are stronger. But I went ahead and put a washer behind them, so it made them a little bit stronger. And plus, the green pads are taller, so it made them compress more. That was the problem with the red springs. With these green pads being even taller, it's even harder to move the pin. The red springs were just too damn hard. I needed something slightly in between. Kevin's got some more blue springs. I'm gonna tell him to bring 3 so I can compare them to the ones I got, see if they're any stiffer when he comes for the ride. But here, I'll move it in a little closer. If y'all still here, you want to glance at it. Evening, Mary. I seen Mary a while ago too. And we'll pull it right here on the table. See if we can get a better look at it. Maybe I'll turn the light on. It's a little too bright. But yeah, I had to add an extra washer back here that came out the bin that I saved. But luckily it's the same size because this is a little inset. But and these ain't the ones. These are either the ones that came with it. I bought some extra ones for the other setup I have. You can get them at the hardware store. It's just the springs. You got to find your right tension. But I got them. They still got room to move on the clutch, and then it's not as hard as the red one. But it's still hard. It might hold with the green pads. I got 9 in there. I don't know when I'll test it again, but painted the cover. Got a little bit of rhino line on it, looking tan seals, hardened bevel gear, brand new shaft, brand new bearings. I got the Magneto on it. It's the upgraded red one, but I don't have the CDI on it. I mean the coil on it yet. I do have the red Magneto with the magnets. I mean, with the red magnets. I do have it on there and ready to go. Just no coil yet. Because when I took this one off and set it in the corner, I took the coil off, put it on something else, but I painted that too. It matches good. But yeah, my old screws, even these are the screws that came with the case. I'll probably end up painting them black. They still got the gold on there because they were hit with primer and gold. And the crap's hard to get off. Once you paint something, it's hard to get it off. It's the original old screw. Original old screw. But yeah, I'd done it a while back and I painted the covers the other day, but the shaft was going to go in the case rebuild, but I wanted to put this back together. I ain't got it where it's adjustable right now. I didn't cut the flathead space in there yet. It ain't supposed to be like this, but this is how it came out perfect because I had a couple of extra long bucking bars Ryan sent me, like some extra scrap ones he just threw in the pouch, but luckily they was long enough to use on this type setup with no ball or nothing. Yeah, that's flat facing on the pin right there, and I got, loose. It's loose, so nothing to bind up. Got a little bit of grease in there. I should have taped up the shaft hole or sealed it up like I did once before. First time I ever did it, I electrical taped it up. So don't do that. But it worked. Kept the grease in there. Still got grease out, but it kept the grease in there. It was just a try. Don't tape it up. Just lightly grease it once a week or something. But yep, just to refresh. Everything's tight. The cylinder don't twist. But I still gotta take out the bottom of the skirt in there, right? I'm gonna take it out, the width of the intake. A little more flow, yeah, the bottom skirt of the cylinder down there. And we're gonna completely remove it, the width of that intake right there. And that's about it. Everything was lightly buffed and sanded long ago. Didn't do nothing to it, but I am gonna take out that bottom skirt there all the way out. Other than that, she's good. Like I said, she only had like 6 hours on her. I got to clean up the piston because I was running too much oil. She's getting warm. That was however many years ago. But yeah, the crank's now got the 3 holes in it instead of just stock crank. I didn't finish it because my bit stopped, but it'll still be fine. But yeah, she clean. I might get a new piston pin, and that's about it. I gotta get some clips in the. I'm out of clips. Got to get some more clips, and yeah, I might. No. I can run my finger across the pin and feel slight something I didn't like. So I'll end up having to buy a new pin. Oh yeah, what's up, Leonard? Oh yeah, you see my motorized bicycle AI image? It looks like it is a straight motorcycle. There ain't no pedals on it, but that's what they tried to give me for a motorized bicycle. I forget what else wording I put on it, but yeah. Whoa. Had another one. I don't know if I got the other picture he gave me. Let's see. Nope. That's solo stuff. Anyway. Oh, here it is. That's the other AI picture he tried to give me. Also does not have pedals. Well, like a big bore 2-stroke. Yeah, I got my thing where I can zoom it now. I was checking out my pictures the other day, and I was like, why can't I zoom? Then I refigured out how to zoom. So like we can zoom in, move it around, look at it. what the AI did for us. I don't know if I got to get a better camera too. But yeah, it did good. But I forgot I could bring y'all up. Or bring me up. Hold on. I'll bring back out the engines. I was going to show y'all something else too. I'll bring back out the engines. I was going to show y'all something else too. Now I can see the chat. But anyway. Yep. That was her, my little Athena. Small spacer. I had a, I used a 11-30 seconds. It's still a little tight, but it's perfect. There is no slack. The cylinder don't move around. 0.7 millimeters, what I used to drill out whatever they was, 6 millimeter stud holes. I don't remember what they was, but that's the one I used in my drill. Which yeah, she turned out nice. She tightened in. Like I said, no twisting around. She'll just be built together and put aside, ready to play with again. Even though the pipe I had on it, I had cut and twisted a little bit so the horizontal could go on it. So it went from vertical to a horizontal motor. So I don't even have a pipe for this. So whenever I do run it again one day, I will probably have to build another pipe. And when I do run it, plans to run it at like 1140 or something. That'd be the gearing, or it'd be 1040 or 1140. I don't know. And we'll see how it does cruising around. I ain't trying to go top speed, but I want to ride, you know. It had power when I rode it. It was 1032. And I learned a lot from the setup and took it off. Yep. Here we had a little safety meeting with y'all. See how easy that came off? It's tight getting on. But yeah, I was saying I'm going to take out this section here all the way down. So this center section right here be gone. So when that air coming in won't hit it inside of there in my little cheap China case. You know, it won't hit it coming in there. Damn. So I'll take that out. You know, just here. Take this out, here out, all up in here. But yeah, I washed her, made sure she was clean. She still looks brand new. Kevin just got one. Or I can't say what he got, but he got something. Damn it. Get out today. Yeah, she's still good. The light's not doing it justice. It looks like a boo-boo in there, but it's not. Stock porting. Like I said, it had like 6 hours on it. Brain. But yeah, I'm gonna make it a hair better and get it tuned this time. I just ran the stock jet I had in it on the VM20, which they said the pilot jet was fine, but the stock jet's like a 180, and it was too fat. I believe it was too fat anyway, but yeah. I was gonna let you see how easy the clutch is set up. The clutch is in there so nice. It's probably in there. Yeah, I got that in there tight too. Which is, you can see my original port work in there, which is not very much. Just everything's just beveled at the top. That's all I touched. And I only ran ultra gray on the bottom of the spacer, and then I had a gasket up top with ultra gray on it. But on the bottom, all I had was ultra gray, no gasket. And that's how I got my squish. I still had to run a gasket up top, I do believe. But yeah, how nice. See, there it goes. Make sure the clutch let go, sticking to them tires. Anyway, before I put all that in there, it's butter smooth. It was butter smooth before I put the clutch in too. Still butter smooth. It's hard to show you with crappy camera. And anyway, she's beautiful. I'll go over again steps on installing your crank one day too. It's very simple. Rule 1, have a couple of different layers of sandpaper. And you're going to sand your shaft till the bearing starts sliding on easy. And get you a tissue with some alcohol so you can clean the shaft off before you start sliding the bearing on. And you'll start seeing it getting on there easier and easier. The closer it gets, it'll get a little tighter. You want to sand your clutch shaft. If you watch old videos, you'll see them doing it. You start out with a little bit bigger grit, and then you can finish it off with a little finer grit as you start getting closer. But that's all you do is you just hold this crank in your hand, wrap a piece of sandpaper around the shaft, and barely start doing like this until that bearing starts sliding on there easy. I know that was a bad explanation with the hands and the fingers, but yep. Black is simple. I need to do something about the gold. Yeah, that's the last thing I was tinkering on. Of course, I got other things, I've been tinkering with. I cleaned all this up like last week and ago or something like that. I'm getting close to working on the case reed again. All I got to do is sand the reed box down on it. And I can this year's giveaway. Yeah, I gave the cylinder. Hopefully y'all seen it. My bike's got the test cylinder, which is not a test. It's a great setup cylinder. But no, I'm going to talk to Kevin again, see if he wants to do another engine giveaway together this year. We're not getting no money off of it. We're just doing it to do it. And I got an extra something already here that I bought within the last 2 years. And y'all can guess about it, but you're not going to know about it until after I talk to Kevin and see if he wants to do the crank, because I'm going to give the whole top end kit and him do a crank, and we'll put it on a case. I don't know. I mean, I'll pay. We'll see. Long as he do the crank, I'm going to do the top end kit. We'll split the case or whatnot. Like I said, he don't know nothing about it yet, but we'll have one ready. I want to give it away by the time summer hits. If he wants to do a super clutch for it or whatever, it don't matter. That's on him. I'll supply all the top end kit and gaskets, and yeah. It's been in the works for a minute on my end. I know I had it. I know I'm not going to use it because I got one already. So I'm leaving y'all hints on what it's going to be without telling you what it's going to be. So, and I'll let Kevin give it away on his channel, and all of y'all are going to watch his channel. So, found a little router box on the wall. I mean, the modem. I'm sending the router back. I don't need it. It'll take $15 off my bill. But yeah, I already got it planned. But I can't tell you much about it. Now, I might throw in some extra parts and I might not. I really shouldn't, because it's cheap to buy extra parts. So, with that being said, I'm not going to talk no more about it, but let it be known that maybe try to set it up. We'll see if we can set it up and maybe give it away. Maybe if we go live during the ride or something, I don't know. We'll have the contest beforehand, and maybe we can tell who the winner is during the ride video or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something cool like that. But yeah, be bored and, you know, give something for the people of the community to win something. It's going to have to be subscribed to both of us, not blocked, in order to win it. That's going to be one of the, yeah, you got to be subscribed to me and him. If you're not subscribed to me and him, you're not going to be able to win it. It'll be the next person in line, whoever it falls under. So y'all better get in there, because I know y'all both subscribe to both of us. So those randos that try to get in, that's going to be one of the rules. Yeah, got to be subscribed to both of us. Before we have the drawing, or whatever we do. It'll be a drawing. Something like it. I don't know. Like I said, it's in the works, though. I will have to acquire one more piece, or I'll have to make something. I'm not talking no more, though, about it. I'll give myself away. Yep. Looks nice on there. I don't want to take the cover off, but it looks nice. Brand new shaft with the sealed bearing, but I took the shaft off, and that was going to be the clutch for the case reed, but it fits so nice in here with the extended shaft. The extended here, I'll pull out one of the other bars I had. I went out to the house the other day to grab my extended RDM shaft because I knew the bucking bars were in there. Yeah, just this thing I built. Mossy's got like 5 of them. You owe me one, Mossy, just because I say you do. But no, he threw me like 2 of these in. They were this long. And one of these inside of there was perfect. And was kind of rounded already, too. Flat on this side for the either or with the ball on that side. There's no ball though. I just oiled it and put it in there. One just like this, it's in there. And these ain't even the ones that go to the. See, these are the space covers because this shaft is 5 millimeters longer than a normal shaft. But I see I already got the pin made for that one in there. He sent me. See, this one's already got the pin made for it. In the bag is already built. This is not the pin for it. These were extras he sent me as like scraps, but they're perfect for safe clutch length with a stock pin all the way screwed in. So it means I got all the adjustment, but it's not going to wear like that if you get it set up right. Like you see people with their balls and things seized together. That's because they didn't know what the fuck they was doing, because they got all their pressure on the fucking ball all the time and they ain't got no grease in there. But anyway, yeah, that's why he sends you these spacers here, which is the same spacers he needs me to give me on the pull start. He owes me 5 or 6 of them bitches. It gives you the 3 things to space out your cover, because that shaft is that much longer than a normal shaft. It's supposed to be like 5 millimeters. That's for like your billet cases and stuff. That's your stage 3 clutch shaft with the RDM spring. He made everything, the nuts, the fat nuts. he did not machine this piece. The only piece on it is China. The top piece of the clutch spring. The back piece he manufactured. The shaft, this piece, just not this piece. It's the only China piece on the clutch. And that's the stage 3 heavy spring. And the flower nut you got to modify and make smooth and flat. And get the burr. You got to knock that burr off so that it'll screw through in and out. That's just the slag from manufacturing. He didn't clean off the tips and all that. You got to do that yourself on them. But yeah, they're really nice clutch shaft for the price and everything. And the bearings just slide on here. There is no press fit on here. And it clicks right at the end. It goes click, click. You want to preview, people, of quality? I'm gonna wipe it off with my shirt one time just to make sure there's no finger residue. I have to go get a clean bearing though. Let's see if we can do this on camera for y'all, just to show you how nice some things are. Let me get a clean bearing. Well, yeah. We'll just get one that I knocked out of the China case. How about that? It's still clean. See, I put this rubber seal because these were the ones on the crankshaft in the case I got from MZ Miami. I'm still going to use them on a clutch or something. I saved them. We'll see how much a non-new, brand new easily goes on. Oh no. Almost all the way on my fingers. I'm going to have to get them off my fingers though. Yeah, brand new bearing, lightly clean this with some alcohol. I push it all the way up there with my hands almost. And then it'd be tight. But yeah, that's your tolerance fit. That's how easy it was, and this is a crusty bearing. It's still good. Yeah, the crusty bearing. New bearing. I've slid a new bearing all the way up there with my fingers and then had to pull it off a little hard. Yeah, it's quality. Big nut. But yeah, I thought of that shaft when I pulled the shaft out. It was a perfect fit for the safe clutch. I was happy because I've had these since I bought it. I was like, didn't know what. I was like wondering if they would fit for that. They did. This gets put up for something, if I don't know what. But I always wanted one, so I got one finally, whatever, last year. All right, I'll bring the other one up. I think when I took the coil out of the Athena, I think I stuck it on this one. But that's the last one I was tinkering with, which I might pull it back apart too. I'm not sure. You know, I still got to sand the reed cage, the reed box down. Because after I put the seals in there, I pushed them all the way up on the bearings. This bitch got tight and hard to move the crank, but it'll loosen up when it warms up. This was the one Leonard was supposed to get, but I never finished. Not yet. What a smaller stuffer. But yeah, I still got to sand the edges here down. You can see what my camera's doing. Yeah, I still got to sand the edges down on both sides. And I might have to sand a little bit on the inside here and there, a little bit to get it in there. Because I still got a good spot before it gets in there right. It'll set down even further. And then you can... I ain't even never ported the cylinder yet. It's got some of my last black seals, the good ones. The better than China ones. Look at that dust on the bevel gear. Get out of there. The chip. She ported, where did it go, man? Almost, where did it go? Yeah. Still got a ways to go down up in there. The tight fit. Yeah, the only on C roads, here's the only thing. Now that I've done it like this, it's still getting in there, but you got crank in the way. But it's still got room right up in here. You know, you still got flow area in there, but I don't like it like that. But that's why you've seen the other ones, people build them, and they're laying more flat out the back. And move this hole up a little bit up here, but they do away with this whole bolt here. It gets done away with. But they're bolting the case together with these two bolts in here, you know, and JB welding it. So it sets flatter. This hole gets up a little higher, so it's not hitting directly on these crank webs, and it's shooting right above it, kind of, which defeats the purpose of the crank flowing this way, because the crank rolls this way. So the flow wants to go this way. So when the crank goes this way and you're making the flow go this way, you're making it fight one another. That's why the horizontal works so good coming out the boost port in these bitches, excuse me, YouTube, is because when that flow come in, it went straight down the edge of that case and wrapped around and come straight back up the same way the crank was rolling. Now you got to think about it like that too. So I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't even going to run this. This is going to be the one I was going to sell Leonard, but he probably don't even want it no more. So, and this is not the giveaway. So I will probably end up trying it one day, 2 years down the road. Who knows? Because I got the giveaway cylinder on my bike right now. Did nobody want that? The giveaway motor, I just put the head on it and clutch cover and clutch plate to shiny it up. That's a piece of gasket on the back of the G2 covering that hole right there. But yeah, it's got to get closer. It's the same width. It's just got to get closer in there. It's just lightly cleaned is all that was. Nothing. Got to fill that in probably with JB Weld, or I'll do the cork. But when the other guy does his, he has to sand this down too. That hump there where the cable stay goes, he has to sand that down too to get his to work. Like this, coming out more like this instead of like this, which I like it like that too. I think Mossy's the one that bought the one offline with the guy was building them like that, which is a good idea. It's probably a better idea than straight down, but I don't know about the flow situation. I think it'll flow better. It flows better with the case like this because of the way it rolls. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, that's the way I think about it. But yeah, it'll set more of an angle like that. Yeah, it's on the back burner though. It's just been said, I ain't messing with it, nothing. None. It's over in the corner of pots, and we don't want to talk about the bike. Not yet. It sits here with the cylinder that's not ported yet.
because I'm going to build the MZ case with the 38 millimeter stroke. I'm going to put one of my reported cylinders that's already still ported that have seen no run time. I've cranked them up and barely ran them. Be one of these cylinders, either the MZ. I have to clean the top of my Falcon piston. That one or this one, which I ran this one for like an hour or two. Not long. There's no scratches on that. But yeah, I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to build that new case with the 38 stroke, and because these were made for 38 short and long, and I want to try it with a 38 as a piece of gasket. This is the G6 one. Not too big. There, you know, that's there. It looks like almost like the Falcon exhaust. Square. Big and square. This is the one I did the intakes on. I mean the transfers. And the Falcon piston. I sanded it though, ran the skirt in the top 2 different sections. That is not wear, that is me with the sandpaper. I forgot the light was still on. See if you still can't get in there and see what I did with that tool. But you can a little bit. It's actually really, really clean. See if I can get in there for y'all one more time. No, you can't see back in there. Not like I can. It's not a messed up edge either. It's a very clean edge. Let's see if I can take if I take the light off, it'll go dark. Yep, it'll go dark. Anyway, you know, I'll touch the transfers on this. Basically the same cylinder, but set up different almost. This one's got the angled transfers. This one's got the straight transfer. But square exhaust port. Big square fucking exhaust port. But your rings will wear out faster. Big freaking intake. That's all stock. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna do this cylinder. But yep. Cover that back up. These are some cylinders sitting there. I cleaned them, wiped them off, and how long have I been going on? Almost 40 minutes. And I ain't been reading chat. Just a shame on me. But yeah, it'd be good. Just a great engine was. I'm glad I cleaned all the paint off. You can still see some of the primer. It was hard to get that shit off there. And the little nooks and crannies, a little primer. It's like old dirty fingernails. I gotta clean. I'm gonna paint them black or something. A little paintbrush. Yep. Yep. She's beautiful. Look at that little bit of specks. Yeah, she's good to go. It was fun to set back up. When I first got it, yeah. The red springs were just too strong. Trust me, it never slipped, but it was too strong. So the journey to find the perfect spring with these green pads, because the green pads were taller than all the pads that we had before, and better. Or the green or the tan or the whatever. They got a red one, whatever. The green was first. So got me some new. Them ain't the ones I've seen on Amazon, but that's the new ones I'm gonna set up some traps with this year for the mosquitoes. Take their asses out. I'm gonna set up 4 or 5 gallon buckets with dead leaves and water, rainwater in them. Then I'm gonna drop those bombs in them, and I'm kind of put a parachute roof over it so the water will stay not moving, because mosquitoes don't lay eggs in moving water. But you get a bucket with dead leaves, because that's what the larvae feed off of, is the crap off of the breaking down leaves and crap in water. I forget what it's called anyway. I'm going to put one of them in each one of them buckets and spread them out in different corners of the yard. And I'm going to take care of the mosquito problem next year. Op1 ain't going to have no mosquitoes in the yard, bro. I might do all of them. Do 2 little small ones and like hide them by the corner of the house or something, and hide one in the corner of the building. Yeah. I wanted to do this the last 2 years. So yeah. Mosquito trap is coming. 5 gallon bucket form. I don't use mosquito dope. I won't put that poison on me. I ain't did it in many years. And there's enough shit out there killing us. I'm not putting that poison on me no more. And haven't. I put some sleeves on, or I go inside, or I find somebody else they like more and let them come outside. But yeah. The ones I seen on Amazon, I forget what they were called. I kept calling them mosquito bombs, but that's what they called them right there. They were called something else, though. It says each bomb treats up to 1,500 gallons of standing water. So yeah, if you had like standing pools if you had a big yard or big area, yeah. I don't know about animals, but this shit out here, I ain't got no animals getting in this. These are gonna be buckets with a little parachute top, so the rain and shit can't get in there or disturb it. Once I get them set up, I can add a little bit of water once the rainwater gets in there, and then I don't know, I got to set up something to prop a little roof over them. Yeah, we get off probably at the 50-minute mark. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'm setting up a safety meeting. I kept remembering to look at chat and talk to y'all, see what the heck y'all talking about. Oh yeah, I usually just lightly sand my pistons with double D40 and like some real fine grit, and I just lightly go over it in certain spots and take away all the rough edges, no sharp edges. I lightly get inside my piston ring groove with like some real fine shit. I lightly do it after I've used it on something else and clean and rinse it off a little bit, and so it's like hardly nothing. It's like emery cloth, damn near, softer than that. But yeah, I prep the rings with them, sandpaper. That's the number one killer, besides an exhaust pipe for an aluminum cylinder, is the fucking China piston rings. If you can lightly sand them and prep them, get those sharp edges off the flat edge where it ride on your cylinder, not just the edges of the ring, but the flat edge. Usually got fucking little fingernail edges on it. You got to sand them bitches off, lightly sand them off. Clean that shit off.
and then it won't scar your aluminum cheap cylinder up on break-in or riding. It'll still look beautiful if you're running it right at the end of the year. That's why some people get some people just get lucky, but if you can prep them rings and get a decent tune on it, they last a good long time. Even running them fast, as long as you got your temperature and your tune and you're not running it overheating. Yeah. You sand them rings and the cylinder will last a whole lot longer. It'll run better, seal better. You can look at when those rings set on the steel cylinders, they're straight, flat, smooth, and silver on the outside edge. I've seen China's engines run the whole year and pull them down and the fucking rings still be black on the edge, like they've never been set or anything. But, I got that piston setting somewhere. I don't know where it was. When I pulled off that iron sleeve, you know when it's set, it's there. It looks gray, not black. Oh yeah, I did turn the light off. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to watch. I just chilling. I've been working, and then I was off for like a week, a little more than a week, and that sucked. And we went back to work. But yeah, it was cold, so I didn't mind being off, but I was ready to go back to work. But we got time before the ride. Like I said, I got to get the clutch cable. And then again, I may ride the gray bike. Plan is to ride the green bike, but by the time the ride comes, I may ride the gray bike. We'll just have to see. I really need to redo my front end on the gray bike. I got a little slack in the triple trees up there and the bearings and everything. I need to pull it apart and inspect it. I should do that this winter, but I haven't yet. I think I got some of the bolts stripped out because I got them too tight and Loctited them in on the triple trees. That's one reason I don't want to mess with it. I think I may have stripped some out, getting them tight, and or I had to use a star bit because I didn't have an Allen bit or something back then when I tightened them. I can't remember, but I know I Loctited them, and it looks like it's got red on there. I may have to buy some new forks. I ain't messing with it. It's still good, and you can ride it. It's still great, but it's got slack in it, and I don't like it. So I need to pull it apart and redo it. And the blue bike, it just needs pedals because I yanked the pedals off it, put them on the green bike. When I when I took the wide pedals off, because I hated the wide pedals. That was another reason for me to take the other liquid cool engine off, because the way I had the pipe ran, I had to have the wide pedals. You didn't have to have it with that setup, but the way I ran the pipe, I had to have the wide pedals, and the wide pedals suck. They suck. Feel like a short lady trying to give birth or something. I don't know. I'm not pedaling bow-legged. Yeah, I almost did, but I didn't. We'll see. It's the same forks that's on there now, and if I do get a pair, I'll probably get a pair of the black ones just to change up the look of the front end of the blue, the raw bike or whatever you want to call it, the unpainted frame. I got them all in the closet right now. And another thing I got to get, petcocks, both of them, both the gas frames need new ones. They had the same one on them since I built them, and they're both leaking this winter. You could see them seals, the gaskets in there shrinking up, and they're just leaking. They're leaking on the floor. I got to change them out. That and the clutch cable on the green bike. That's really all them two need. Well, I could do the front end, but they both run. Yeah, y'all ain't never gonna see 19 on y'all's motorized bicycle. Sorry. You better have race gas, Parma kit, timing out the yin yang. Nah. And a billet case and a Parma kit and a bicycle dyno so you can prove it. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I want to build a dyno. I want to build one you pull the fucking bike up on. There's a couple of them online. I don't want an engine fucking stand when I want one that people can pull their fucking bike on and they can get them. Yeah. You can also help tune it a little bit like that too. Instead of running down the road, you could do it on the dyno. It's better though, filling it on the road. No better filling than tuning. Yeah. Tune it on the road and then go hit your dyno pull on the dyno. Yeah. I've been wanting one of them for years. Having a spare computer is not shit to run it. You don't need no powerful computer. It can be old as dirt to run it, depending on the program. But yeah, I want one you can pull up a bike, make a minor adjustment, locking it in, and let it rip. Because then, like when you have little events or people show up or just any other thing, you can make more content too, you know. A little more content. People like seeing little dyno videos. They like being in the shop. Well, real, you know, mechanics. I mean, not necessarily real, but, you know, people that really want to, you know, test some shit. And I mean, it's fun to tinker with too. I could make it fun. It'd be fun for me anyway. If it'd be fun for me, I can make it fun for y'all. But yeah, I thought I had some steel the other day. How about to snatch it up from my brother's house? He's like, "Nah, I think I may need that." I was like, "Thought you was throwing it away, bro, because I was going to take it to the house and get it saved for the building the dyno one day." Basically, just the frame for the roller part that you have to build sturdy, and then the other part I can have the rack wherever. Yeah, I haven't drew it out, but I drew it out in my mind. I need to put it on paper. But yeah, it ain't too bad. Bad enough though. Yep. I'm zoning out. Old safety meeting done got me. Yep. What was it? 2021? And see, I thought about taking the head off the Falcon and putting on there the one that looks like the Mohawk. It looked good on there. We shall see. I don't want to take nothing else off the Falcon. I took the reed cage off of it. Other than that, and the clutch plate. Other than that, that engine's still together. The head's still on it. Ain't been taken off. But yep, just a refresh. It's not going on nothing no time soon. I still got the Avenger on the gray bike, and the green bike's got the old giveaway motor that nobody wanted. I've only hit 47 on it so far. It's been too cold. I made 2 full rips, and both the full rips, it went to 88.80, which was like 47 point something in the video and in off the video. But yeah, it'll probably make it to 50. when spring gets here. But it's a good little engine. That one I put on the green bike, little 48 millimeter LD90. Yeah, that's all it did. And I didn't try to hold it longer than what it was pulling, because it probably, but because it wasn't, I don't feel it was fully broke in all the way yet, but pretty much is. It's running good. I probably won't run it again. If I get another warm day, I might run it down the road again and back just to run it, because I got gas in it and I got to get gas out the carburetor. So next time I run it, I'm completely draining it so I can change the petcock, and then eventually I got to put the clutch cable on it. But other than that, it's ready to rock this year. I mean, cruise around and ride. I'm just gonna leave that engine on there. Shouldn't give me no problem. But yeah, I didn't do nothing. I did nothing to that. It's just big. Lightly sanded it, but I don't think I did. But like I said, I will take out that width right there of my thumb. The width of that boost port right there, I will take out for the flow coming in on my little China case. Because it does hit it right as it comes in off of here. Yep, that's going to be all for tonight, guys. About to crash out because I ain't got nothing to talk about. But I'll be better prepared next time. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here.